Love bites. It's been a while. Last time I checked a Frozen Serenade because I wanted to see what the range of the band is. Today, we break the wall. I don't know what that means yet, but I'll find out. Or, in any case, I'll come up with something. I am told Break the Wall is a thrash power metal song, so I reckon it will do just fine for checking out the band's other extreme. That's the logic. And it was also the most suggested song. That helped me make the choice as well. Anyway, be warned, I will be pausing and I will be yapping. I am very curious how a thrash power metal song starts, what the very first notes are, and how they expand from there. So don't let me keep myself waiting. Sekali gitu. God damn. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. Alright, they're good. They're good. I suppose, needless to say, but this thrash power metal song has the tempo and it has the power. Wow. Now, there are actually a number of things that I really liked, so let me write them down and then I can go over them. Alright, I have my notes. Now, the song starts with a few hits on the cymbals, which I assume are to set the tempo and to indicate to the crowd that the next song is about to start. Although I assume that they use click track with their in-ear monitors, so maybe that's not it, I don't know. Then, zero waiting, boom, the song starts with immediate balls to the wall, which I suppose makes sense given the tempo of the song. There's the guitar boom, and then the sounds go down for the rhythm part. A few bars later, we get loud guitar sounds again, and they're walking. I don't know what the music lingo is for that. They're going somewhere until they reach the drums. I'm going to play the bits that I talk about, so this is gonna get choppy, okay? Rhythm. Great intro, I was captured immediately. And I'm very satisfied with how they chose to arrange the sounds. That's why I was so curious how they would start a thrash power metal song. That's a combination that implies to me heavy noises at lightning pace. Which is fine, I love that. But if everything is that, then nothing is that. We need contrast. But how do you contrast things if everything is dialed up to 11 all the time? That's why I love this intro. And they carry that into the rest of the song as far as I've heard it. They're not playing everything all at once. The song starts, boom, heavy guitar noise. But that's it. Then we have a few bars of rhythm at breakneck speed. Then more heavy guitar which gets replaced by the drums after a short walk. They have carefully chosen how to layer their sounds so I can go whole hog with everything and still have contrast. Then comes my favorite part from the intro. Asami saying things. I have no idea what she said, it's all in Japanese, but it's good. That's the live portion of this performance, because what she says is not in the lyrics, so I assume it's just for this specific live version, and it's not in the studio version. And yes, I have no idea what she's saying, but I can tell you, I felt like I woke up in Japanese Valhalla and some vocal lady just told me to grab my weapon and go commit some bloodshed. Glorious. Then they lower the noise so they can slam us with what I presume is the main groove of the song. And just watch them in this part. They're all bobbleheads. They're in it, they're loving it, and it's a beautiful sight. I'm a bobblehead too. And I'll say, I appreciate they didn't have Haruna sit on the kick drums. That's something I expected they would do. Just get two pedals so they can carpet the whole song with kick drums. What I mean by that is beat the kick drum on every beat of the song or something like that, so that it serves as constant background for most of the song. I don't like that. It takes away from being able to strategically use the kick drum for maximum impact. So thank you, Lovebites. Lots of yapping, I know, I'm sorry. They're just doing so many cool things. Such as the very first lyric. Asami lets the crowd sing the word die, although I think there's backing vocals in there as well. Whatever the case, the sound was very clear and dear lord, it sent shivers down my spine. She did that for the whole Die By My Side, and above all, it looks really cool. Bobbleheads. That one especially. We don't need to hear the whole bit, but look at this shot. They had even the lights for this, so it... Oh. So good. For that whole verse, they let the vocals take the stage and didn't really do anything wild with the instruments, which makes sense. What kept the powerful vibe of the song was the Die By My Side harmonies and, of course, the breakneck bass. But I am a bit torn about the vocal levels compared to the instruments in the verses. A part of me feels like it would be better if the vocals got a small lift up so they can pop more. But another part of me is convinced that the balance is actually okay. I can't make up my mind. What do you guys think? Anyway, after the verse, they did tiny changes with the instruments so that the chorus can slam harder. And the chorus itself is interesting. It doesn't explode like a bomb to sweep everyone off their feet. It sounds very much like a rhythm part to me, with the guitar bends accenting the singing. The bends definitely catch the attention, and then it's easy to groove with it because of the rhythm. I would not call it a typical chorus, but it still does what it needs to do. Easier to sing along with, perhaps? With the very obvious guidance of the guitar? Oh, that's cheeky, I like it. And I love that in the last line, they use the drums to accent every word instead. The way Asami sings it, it's great too. And the live visuals with the change of the lighting, fantastic. Oh. And of course, as Sun Tzu himself once said, never let a good sonic dip go to waste. Something along those lines. Returning to the heavier verse sounds slams after that. Sonically, the second verse sounds like the first one to me. We don't need to go over it. Huh? Wow, would you look at that? I've used up all my allotted yapping time. I came up with a story about the lyrics, but I'll tell you about it once I recharge my yapping time. Let's hear some more of the song now. Okay, idiot alert. I somehow stopped recording. And I went to the whole song. And then I realized that I wasn't recording when I was about to stop recording.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
But there is no point in crying over spilled milk on camera. I'm gonna do that after. So let's just hear it again. And frankly, I need to hear it more than once anyway, because what was that? Does she do that every time? What is this? I suppose this is the bridge? That's the hardest reset I have ever heard. Sami's stage presence is top notch. Man, look at that. Go ahead. Nope, I am still as befuddled as I was the first time. Here I thought they only did that in Frozen Serenade, but... I mean, technically, I guess no piano and acoustic guitar here, but damn. I mean, there's a little bit left, I guess. Let's just hear the whole thing. Nice finish as well. Alright, one thing that I can say without any thought at all, that instrumental bit, they were in it. They were in on that journey. Like, the whole part where Asami just sitting there, not doing much. She was just cheerleading. Is that a word? Cheerleading? It should be a word. She was just, no, cheerleading. I almost got myself. She was cheerleading for everybody. Whenever someone's playing, she goes up to them and pumps them up. I mean, they were already pumped. What was those sounds? Like, when Midori touched the guitar here for the first time, that really got me. It's so jarring. It just stands out. It's like a way to start whatever that was. I would call it solo, but... What? I felt it as well. On up and then I don't know, plane crash. I don't know how to explain that. They really took the idea of palette cleansing very seriously. Now, I would normally say this bridge is the part where we breathe from all the fast tempo, but this bridge is the part where I don't breathe because what? That's I want to call that an outstanding maneuver because nobody saw it coming. Don't lie to me, nobody saw that coming. It was kind of long, but I mean, I like the sound, so I'm not complaining. Now, I don't need to hear everything again because otherwise we'll be here until tomorrow. But what I do want to go over again is how they went from Miyako's beautiful guitar bit here into shaking the jars in which we keep our brains again. Because that's the whole point, right? Of doing this is the contrast. I don't know what she's... but yes. So they slipped into the main groove, I'm gonna call it, the sounds that they used during the verses. And the transition felt like accelerating from 0 to 200 in like a second. And then after a little bit more of that, they picked it up even more. I don't know what those noises are. How's she making them? Sounds like keyboard to me. Oh, I love that transition. That's just speeding up in chunks. Like they went so far down with the bridge that when they went into the the normal speed of the song, it felt fast, but it's not fast. It's just the normal speed of the song, which granted it's fast, but contrast compared to the rest of the song, except for the bridge, it's not fast. Then they sped it up some more, and we thought, oh wow, that goes so fast, so hard, and they did it again, which was actually kind of fast by the song's standards, and all that was much more effective because they just plain crashed the bridge. Let me hear the final part one more time. And it's just the guitar, so they can slam again. Oh. Anyway, let me tell you about the lyrics. Important caveat, this is only my interpretation. I see the words, my brain strings them together and tells me a story. Your brain might tell you a different story. The brain of the person who wrote the lyrics may have told him a different story. Alright, let's start with die by my side. Dying by someone's side means that you're fighting the same fight and you're truly committed, hence the dying part. So they're inviting us to join in on the fight that they're singing about. But what are they singing about? Well, I think about wasting our lives. Realizing that we are dead alive and wanting to break free from that. No sign of my time because I wish to live another life presents that. That feeling of what have I been doing with my life for the past however many years? Like, oh my god, I spent my 20s working at McDonald's. What am I doing with my life? Or, corporate grind or whatever else people dedicate their lives to without really caring about those things. Wish for another life means, obviously, I wish I'd lived my life in a different way. A particularly cutting set of lines in this context is, can't believe it's real, because in the end, everything is gone. That's the terrifying truth. What we do with our life is what we do with our life. There's no take backsies. We're not getting our time back. How should I live from now? That should be a W, not a question mark. That's the brick that hits us when we realize what our situation is. And the woe is the obstacle that we need to overcome to actually start living our lives. Fill in the blanks, it's different for everyone. The chorus is the part where we do something about it. It's now or never, I've gotta break free, I'm on my own, bite, I'll break the chain, make it out alive, I have to break through the wall. That is determination to do whatever it takes to be free. That's the fight that they're inviting us to. My understanding of the lines, no sign of my crime, got my scars during wartime in verse 2 is the crime committed against one's self. The crime of wasting time. And there is no sign. Nobody notices. Unless you have people close to you whose brains have expanded to the 5th dimension. Most of the time, nobody really knows that you're wasting your life. Because nobody really knows your life. And you didn't know until now either. Whatever you wasted your life up until now is what's meant by wartime. And the scars are all the hurt you're feeling now that you realize how much you've damaged yourself during that wartime. Alternatively, and a bit more dark in my opinion, the scars are all the things that you picked up that you don't care about instead of picking up things that you actually care about. You know those very impressive people who can slice 7 cucumbers at the same time with unerring precisions and then they can flip them on the burgers without even looking? Yeah, that's very impressive, but also kind of sad. Imagine if that person dedicated their time and energy to something else that's more meaningful than slicing cucumbers. Who's the one that did it is the innate desire of the human ego to not be the one to blame. That's the deadly venom that's eating the speaker of the song from the inside, or the emotional turmoil. And I'll just note, I swear to my hatred is another powerful line that I really like. The whole second verse finishes painting the picture of the speaker's troubled mind really well. Desperate, angry, fed up. The rest of the lyrics repeat, so I won't go over them. The general idea of my interpretation is to urge everyone who is facing such a woe in their life to break through it. Escape that state of decay. Make it out alive. It's a beautiful message and a great song, and I still can't get over what they did. That was so bold, and they did so well on the stage as well. There was so much presence. Whatever, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It'll take me a while to collect my marbles from the floor. I can't believe I messed up the recording. Ugh. Well, lesson learned. Yo, take care.